Okay, gamers, we are back. Gamers, farmers, random viewers who have stumbled upon my farming adventure, welcome. Welcome back to episode 3. Probably going to break this, rather than having an entire year be one episode, I'm going to break this year into multiple parts. Takes quite a bit of time to record the gameplay for an entire year in the game, and it's quite a lot of editing to edit a full year together. So I'm probably going to do shorter videos that are kind of more in line with like the length of my play sessions here, and hopefully get some videos out a bit faster to appease the YouTube algorithm. I bumped us up to ultra graphics. We got everything pretty much as high as it can go here. So the frame rate might stutter a little bit more, but I'm hoping that smooths out as the shader cache or whatever it is gets built up. I'm going to push my little computer to the absolute limits. But if it doesn't smooth out, then you can expect lower graphics next episode. So, since my last episode, I've been playing quite a lot of this game, but I've just been playing my own save file for fun, and I've learned a few things. So, one thing I've learned is that lettuce is indeed the most profitable crop to have in your greenhouses. I've also obtained a mod that automatically fills the greenhouses with water. This was one of my favorite mods from Farm Sim 22. And it just makes sense to me, really. Like, if you have a giant greenhouse set up, I mean, you're going to have water plumbed to it or have it fed from a well or something. You're not going to be trucking water to your greenhouses in a trailer, but I don't know, maybe you are. Maybe I don't know anything about farming, but to me, it just makes sense. So we do have that mod installed. I can sell this water trailer. No more filling of the greenhouses required. And these greenhouses are set to sell automatically, so basically they're pure passive income now. And if you have lettuce in them, they generate a lot of money. So that's a really long way of saying the next thing I'm going to do to take this business to the next level is I'm going to take a big chunk out of this field and I'm going to buy as many greenhouses as I can get my hands on, basically. And that'll get some money going. We could buy more land, and we could do all the farming our hearts desire once once we're making some good money. So we'll get after that here now. I'm probably going to set up a few greenhouses, and I'll update you as that goes along. So we've got $28,000 here, and I've got $50,000 credit available to me from my loan. So we're going to max out the loan here, giving us 78,000, and we're going to put basically all of that into greenhouses. The first thing will be cutting out a piece of this field. I think I'm just going to kind of chop the whole end off like this, something like that. It's going to give me a lot of room for greenhouses, and who knows, maybe eventually I'll be able to buy like an actual proper house that I can set up here. So let's go right about here. Sure, yeah. All right. I'll make this a bit bigger. Now the trick here is to very carefully try to get a perfectly straight line. Changing the texture of the terrain like I'm doing here right now used to be super expensive in Farm Sim 22, but it's not too bad at all in Farm Sim 25. Although I might be getting that wrong. It might have been putting down grass, like actual like three-dimensional grass plants was super expensive in Farm Sim 22. But that is also not very expensive in Farm Sim 25. Either way, there's something about landscaping that is much more affordable. All right, we got a clean line across here. Well, let's take a bigger brush and turn this all into grass. Okay, there we go. Little chunk taken out of our field. This field is massive anyway. It was pretty much too big for the pitiful little pieces of equipment that I have. But yeah, so a little bit smaller, and this land will be put to much more productive use as I construct my greenhouse empire. I'm about to become a lettuce baron, a lettuce kingpin with the amount of greenhouses we're about to put down. So after the landscaping, we got 73,000. Let's see how many greenhouses we can get. So given my tight funds, I don't think I'm going to pay extra for glass greenhouses. We're going to go with tarp, same as what we have, but I'm going to use this extra large variety here. I think we got the slightly smaller ones is what we built already. And let's just start from this corner of the field. Place as many as we can afford. Just 2, I guess. Alright, 2 extra large greenhouses. Didn't really worry about this narrow space between them there. This is where I would pick up the pallets and load them onto a truck, but I'm going to be leaving these on automatic selling. Not too worried about how close together these are. So, yeah, $1,600. Got my loan maxed out. We're broke again, but these are going to start paying dividends, and this greenhousing stuff will snowball quickly. Let's get these set up and running with lettuce. Large tarp greenhouse, lettuce. Activate. Output mode will be selling, and I'll enable my watering mod. The lettuce starts off dead, but the greenhouse will start to fill with water very slowly and begin producing for me. It's the 2 new greenhouses all set up, and this reminds me, actually, I got to turn on my watering mod for my original greenhouses, or they will not be filling automatically with water. I can also sell this trailer, and I guess I could technically sell that water tank. But maybe I'll just leave it. It just looks like, I don't know, makes this place look more like a farm with some stuff around. But I will sell this water trailer. Get 12,000 bucks out of that. I think we paid 17 for it, so that depreciation really hit us hard on that one. I think we used it for like 2 days. Okay, and we're at 14,000 after selling the trailer. That's not enough for another greenhouse. And there's not much else for us to do today, so we'll probably just skip ahead. I do have some field work to do here, so we need to cultivate this. We need to get some lime down on it. And I harvested canola off of this, which I think I'm selling in November. It's the peak price, so August. Now we got to watch out for November. Make sure I remember to sell. And I guess we'll just plant canola again for now, as it's pretty profitable. And we'll focus on building up the greenhousing this year. So let's go. My gosh, just look at this tipper. I really like the color of this thing. I don't know why. I just like that color. Next day, let's go. September. Look at my glorious farm. It's only just the beginning. So it looks like we're up to $33,000. So already our greenhousing operation, just in the 1 day or month rather, has yielded $23,000 there in August. And that was without my new greenhouses operating for the entire day. And so far today in September, it's 8 a.m. We've already generated 10,000. So this is going to be a moneymaker for sure. Oh my goodness, the new semi has showed up. Oh, look at this frame rate. 18 frames per second. Come on, computer. I believe in you. Summon the power from within you to render more frames, okay? Oh, 60 frames. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's all smoothed out. Yeah, so this is the new semi in this game. Look how detailed this thing is. I drove this doing a contract, and it's super sick. So I definitely want this. 40,000. I said it was 24,000. It's got all these options on it. Okay, well, we don't need a sleeper. It's a farm truck. We'll do a day cab. Long chassis. No, that's going to be super unmaneuverable. Intake design. Do we want the wood stove intake or the Scoopy intake? I'm going to go Scoopy. Sunshield. $1,000 for a sunshield? No way. Horns? $1,000 for horns? No. No, I don't think I will. Additional lights. $700 for additional lights? What are they made out of? No, thank you. Design color, beige. Brown. Black. Red. Beige. So beige is $5,000 cheaper than the rest, so you know it's going to be beige. Just look at this. Soaring Transit. Riverbed Springs. Well, that business's loss is my gain. Rim color? I don't know, I kind of like white. Is that weird? Doesn't matter if it's weird. I can do whatever I want, and no one can stop me. So, $24,990. That's a better price. We'll pick that up. And here she is, the new cab over. Look at this thing. It's so detailed. You can see, like, the engine. You can see whatever this blue thing is. The Eagle. I don't think I have much use for a semi yet, but this is the cool new one in the game, and you got to pick this up on a good deal if you got the money. So let's fire it up. Oh yeah. So we're back to horrible frame rate again. Just let the computer spool up there. You can do it, computer. Smooth it out. Nice CB radio. We can yell at other drivers. Let's get this over, get it serviced. Hopefully we have enough money. I love the all the shifting in the semi in this game. I don't know how many speeds this transmission is, but got to be at least 10 or more. 1,600 to repair. Absolutely. So we'll run the new semi up to the farm, and maybe I'll get the cultivator going in the field today. Get that taken care of. So the beauty of the semi is it's so much faster than the tractors. This thing looks like it tops out at 83 kilometers an hour. I'm sure it could do more in real life, but that's very fast in the farm simming world. So if I get, I can pick up a flatbed trailer for this now, and I can kind of zip down to the shop and grab stuff way faster than I can with one of my little tractors that goes like 37 kilometers an hour. So these are so handy to have in the game. I just got to get a flatbed for it. I can also get a trailer for this that can hold my grain, and it holds a lot of grain. Like 75,000 liters, I think one of the trailers you can get is, versus the tipper I have up there at the farm. The orange one is probably like 25 or 30, I can't remember. But yeah, you can hold a lot of grain in one of these. Sweet. Well, I'm super happy with that purchase. But unfortunately that sucked up all my money for today, so we can't get another greenhouse. So I'm just going to go ahead to October. We'll cultivate October. September, Josh, just not into it. I don't want to cultivate today. October! Look at this truck. Just look at it. Alright, so we've got $31,000. That still leaves us a little short for another greenhouse. But maybe... Well, you know what I'll do? We sell our crop. Our canola we harvested, we're going to sell that next month in November. So we'll skip ahead another month. We'll sell that crop, which will be a big cash infusion for us. And we'll get another month's worth of income from our greenhouses. And then we can get a nice few more greenhouses built in. So moving on ahead. November. Just hanging out with my tipper. That's not weird. Pretty normal, I think. $58,000. The money from the greenhouse is just pouring in. This is my most brilliant business decision I made yet. And November, so let's sell that crop. We'll sell our canola. That'll be another chunk of money for us. Oh my gosh, can I get out of here? Oh no. Oh, okay. So let's sell that crop. That'll get us a bunch of money. I can buy more greenhouses. And then we should probably actually do some work on our field and stop being Such lazy farmers. So I'm pretty sure I dropped my crop off at the grain silo west. How can I verify that actually? Oh, yeah, 45,000 liters of canola here. So we'll hire the train and just sell this to Goldcrest Valley. That way I don't have to transport it anywhere else, and we get to drive the train. It's a win-win. Was this guy always hanging out up here? Excuse me, sir. What is your job exactly? What are you doing just standing up here? Who are you gesturing to? Do they pay you to do this? Sir, do you have a mullet? Is that a little mullet I see going? He's a man of few words. Here's the train. They came backwards. Now that is a skilled engineer. Jump in this bad boy. Fire it up. Cover on that car is already open. Fill with my canola. Full of canola. Let's roll. Look at these fall November colors. Look at this misty fog. Look at the lighting through this fog. My frame rate is still questionable, but game's looking a little prettier with the higher settings here. The train will now drive to Goldcrest Valley. Sell, yes. Nice. $95,709 for that. Bringing our total to 153. That's going to be a lot of greenhouses. So let's plop some greenhouses down and expand this operation. Grow the lettuce empire. And then I'll get going on some field work. I'm going to try to get these roughly spaced apart the same. Okay, well, how about that? 4 more greenhouses added to the greenhouse fleet. We're down to $9,700, but we're going to really start making some money now with these. Right, these are all set up for auto-filling with water and selling lettuce. Let's fire up the John Deeres, and we can test out those 2 little power cultivators I bought. See how those do compared to the tow-behind one I had. So this is a 3-meter wide unit. Same as my old one. Although the old one might have been a shallow cultivator, I think this one might be a deep cultivator. Kind of looks the same when it's doing to the ground here. Get this guy going on the other side of the field. Off you go, Skipper. Sweet. So that's going to take these 2 little tractors a while, so I'll see you again when they are done. Alright, good news everybody. The cultivating is finally done. As usual, with our humongous field, it took absolutely forever with these little tiny cultivators, but got the job done. Thank you to our AI friends who took care of this for us. We need to lime it. I've got $16,000. I might skip ahead a couple months here, get some more greenhouse money, and get a few more greenhouses put down. And I wonder if I would be lucky enough to maybe be able to snag a used lime spreader, just so I can have one. We need to get some more equipment. Now that we've got kind of a steady source of income that we're gonna continue to grow, we definitely need some more equipment. We definitely do not need more land, because we just don't have enough equipment to even work this field. So yeah, we're gonna skip ahead a bit, and I'll be back with you in the near future. Okay, farmers, we're back. We've skipped ahead to April, and there have been some developments I need to update you on. So, first off, lettuce makes you rich. We have $335,000 in our bank account. Just skipping ahead these last few months. And that's not even counting extra money that I invested here. So you can see I've increased our greenhouse count by, I believe, 3. It's just going into construction menu here for an overview. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra large greenhouses and our 2 medium ones. These are all pumping out lettuce for us. We're currently getting over $100,000 per month from this greenhousing operation. So business is booming, and we have now transitioned from being a struggling farm to having some serious income going. So things are just going to get more exciting from here as we try many different aspects of Farm Sim 25. But yeah, so we just got the cultivation done, as you just saw. Oh, I should mention as well, I did some more landscaping on top of adding the greenhouses. So you can see I put down actual grass, three-dimensional grass here, because I just had sort of a flat green texture here before. I've put a little bit of gravel down. I got a little gravel parking lot here in front of my house. I've got a little gravel road, which I didn't quite cut that grass off completely, but I've got a little gravel road kind of running up along my row of greenhouses here, connecting up to the road on this side. So yeah, just looking a little more proper now. I would say that's probably good for a greenhousing operation. Like, how much more do we really need? Like $100,000 a day. So yeah, that's great. Now we'll turn our attention back to the field, which needs lime. And we're going to plant soybeans. I kind of messed up when we started this episode off. I had just harvested my canola, and I forgot that you pretty much need to plant new canola right after you harvest your old canola. So I missed my window to plant more canola. But soybeans are great money as well. And April is soybean planting time. So we're going to go ahead and lease us a couple of planters. I suppose I could buy planters now. I have a lot of money, but it's too much commitment. Too much commitment. I'm not sure if I want planters or seeders or what I'm going to spend all this money on. So we're just going to lease a couple of planters and a lime spreader. And you know what? I might buy a flatbed trailer for my new semi. And we'll probably use that to haul all that stuff up here instead of driving a little teeny tiny slow tractor down to the store. That's going to be so much better for us. So let's buy some stuff. All right, for a semi trailer here, we're going to grab, I guess, the Load King. $59,000 new. Let's look at like a full ramp on the back of it. Rim color white. I think that's the rim color on my truck, so we'll do that. 61,000 in this configuration. We'll buy that. Okay, next is going to be a couple of planters. We got to keep in mind our tractors are super small, but I think they might be able to handle this 6-meter wide one. Horsepower requirement's only 150, but it does weigh 3.2 tons, so we'll need some front weights, I think, for the little John Deeres. But let's lease a couple of these, 3,000 each. Previously, when we worked this field, we had a 3 to 4 meter width on our planters and seeders. So 6 meters here, that's going to make it a lot faster. That's going to be pretty nice. And finally, we need a lime spreader. So this is one you only need every 3 years or something. So I'm not going to spend $45,000 buying this. I'm going to hope to come across one used over the next couple of years in the game. Get it for half price. But we'll lease this one. I'm going to put the wider spreading discs on the back here. Make our lives a little easier. So we lease that for $2,700, sure. And I think that should be everything we need. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to grab this. So we have a cone. It was a great, cheap fertilizer spreader to get us started. But it's only 14-meter spread. This guy right here has a 42-meter spread. This will literally fertilize our field in about 12 seconds. And it's only $25,000 for a brand new one, so we're going to grab one of those for our farm. Okay, so we got a ton of equipment down to the store. Let's take the new semi down there and pick it all up. It's time for a time lapse. So you might be saying to yourself, Josh, how do you expect to get this stuff onto the flatbed if you don't even have a tractor down here? Well, thanks to the power of mods, I have super strength. So now that I've enabled super strength, I can pick this up as if it were a bag of potatoes. And we can place this on our flatbed. Even this behemoth, we lift it as if it was nothing. Some might say this is cheating, but I say no. Grab a couple planters. Make sure this is on there evenly. Planter number 2. These are really nice. I've used these before. Slide this up all the way. Oh. Okay. Trailer might be a bit back heavy, but don't worry, the game physics aren't that realistic. So, fasten the belts down on our load. Let's haul this back to the farm. Alright. Let's unload our goodies. Amazing new fertilizer. What a great addition to the farm. Our rented lime spreader. And our rented planters. Okay, so let's get a tractor going with the lime first off. So lime is very expensive, as we learned in a previous episode, but luckily I've already bought about $5,000 worth that I've left down here in these bags. So we'll refill. Alright, filled up 8,885 liters of lime. I don't know if that'll be enough to do this whole field. Let's lower our spreader arms. We'll get this guy going with some lime, and once I give him a chance to get a little bit further ahead, we'll get another tractor following behind him with a planter. Oh no! I forgot to buy front weights for these. Darn it. Okay, let's see. Can it handle the weight? I really, really doubt it. We are pretty light on the front wheels there. I mean, I think it'll work, but maybe I'll just jet down to the store and grab a couple weights real quick. Okay, grab a couple of these weights. John Deere, 1.2 tons. 2 of these for our John Deere tractors. $2,000 each. My gosh, lime spreading is so satisfying for reasons I cannot explain. So cool. Okay, made it back to the store. Let's use my super strength to grab my shiny new weights. They're just 1.2 tons. I could lift these without the super strength mod. We'll just put them right in the middle of my trailer. Kind of a comically small load. Strap them down, and off we go. Oh, I almost forgot. After you strap down your load, you got to make sure you say, "That's not going nowhere." Alright. Now it's safe to proceed to the farm. Alright, well, we've made it back. Looks like there's some good progress on the liming there. Looking great. Put the weight on the tractor and get some planting going. I do like this super strength mod. This should make us a lot less light on the front wheels. That's better. Now this planter is really cool, so I got to unfold it. And it comes out like that. Now how slick is that? We need to select the right crop. We're going to be planting soybeans. Set him to work. I think this is the same working width as the lime spreader, so hopefully he'll go right over the lime part. Yeah. Perfect. Right on the edge. Soybeans growing. 50% fertilized. Oh, that unit must do fertilizing as well as planting. Okay. Cool. So that's great. I'm probably still not going to roll the field because even though I have lots of money now, it is extra work for very little yield bonus. So I don't want to do it. Yeah, so once he's done his liming there, we'll get him going with a second planter and see if we can get all this planting taken care of in this episode as well. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be time for us to sell the cone. I'm sorry, Cone, but I've got a new fertilizer spreader. And as much as I love you, Cone, it's just, the new one is so much better. So, that was much of a throw. Sell the cone for $1,000. Okay, and our lime spreading is done. Ooh, I forgot to set it so that this guy uses the lime that is in the machine. So I still have a full 9,000 liters of lime here, basically. Whoops. Okay. We'll go unload this somewhere then. I'm not getting rid of that lime. That's white gold there. That's a lot of money. Go up here. Unload. And I can use my newfound super strength to tuck these out of the way. Who needs a forklift when you have superhuman strength? Alright, that's a nice little spot for the lime to live for another year. Return this lime spreader. Goodbye. Next task is to get the second planter going. Hear the crunch of the gravel on my new gravel road. I definitely need to invest some of my newfound riches into a pressure washer and clean up some of my stuff. This tractor is quite dirty. Front weight, check. Planter, check. Cool unfolding animation, check. This guy going on the other side of the field. Look at this. This is starting to look like a proper operation here. So rewarding when you start with, basically nothing in the game and then, manage to get things going. Now, I do still have that $500,000 loan, but I'll probably just continue to build up the business before I bother even trying to pay that off. It's only $1,600 in interest per day. Currently making over $100,000 per day with this greenhousing operation. Plus probably another $100,000 for my crop on my field annually. Alright, well I'll let these guys do their work with the planting, and I'll be back with you when we're ready for our next step. Abrupt jump cut. Guess what? The planting is done. So we have us here some 50% fertilized soybeans. The field has been limed. Just ignore this strip. Just ignore that. But yeah, the field is limed, and it just needs one more layer of fertilizer. So we'll jump on ahead to the next month and get that taken care of with our sweet new fertilizer setup. So let's jump ahead to the next day. Oh, but wait, before we do, I need to return these planters. They are leased. Return. Return. Oh, and one more thing we're going to do. Let's splurge on a pressure washer. We've got $250,000. We can get a pressure washer. Go. $4,300 seems a little steep, but I guess it's a pretty nice pressure washer. So probably one of the best improvements from Farm Sim 25 to Farm Sim 23 is this is a movable object now. Believe it or not, in Farm Sim 22, when you placed your pressure washer on the ground, it was permanently fixed in that location. But thank goodness we can now move our pressure washer around. So we'll put that right there. We'll take our pressure washer wand and let's give the old John Deeres a well-deserved little cleanup. What incredible little tractors these have been for getting our farm started. My goodness, look. at these clean old John Deeres. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, next month. All right, it's May. We've got $323,000. It is so weird to see my bank account growing exponentially like that. Let's fire up one of the tractors. Pretty sure the field should take another layer of fertilizer. So let's give it a try. And I'm going to show you the incredible working with of this awesome fertilizer spreader. Where are you going, bro? Now, look how far that spreads. It's like, for this giant field, it's probably like 5 passes with this thing. Awesome. And let's see, yeah, the field is taking the fertilizer, so 100% fertilized, 97% yield bonus. Only other thing we could have done is rolled the field, but like I said, not doing that. So this is going to have our field tip-top and harvest for this crop, soybeans. It's going to be October. And by the time October rolls around with our greenhousing operation, we are going to be flush with cash. So we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with all of our money, all of our farm money. Definitely, I'll be picking up equipment along the way because we desperately need wider tools, bigger tractors. We don't own a harvester yet. Do have the semi-truck. That's great that we picked that up this episode. But I should get a tipper trailer for the semi, so that can hold a ton of grain. And I should probably change out this tipper of mine for an auger wagon, which I can use to unload the harvester with the auger wagon, then unload the auger wagon into the semi-trailer. So yeah, that's some good stuff I could possibly pick up. I'll try to stick to picking up used stuff that comes up for sale for now because, you know, it helps a lot. Especially with a harvester, something that's like $700,000, if you can pick it up for $300,000. Such a good deal. Definitely, I don't know if I want to buy like a lot more land. Like I probably want to pick up these 2 fields when I'm able to. Like that would give me this huge parcel of land here if I had all 3 of these fields. And these fields are nice and flat, which is why we moved up here in the first place. Nice, big, flat, rectangular fields. I could probably join these 2 together, actually, into one giant field. Take out this road. But, yeah, before I do that, though, I think equipment's more important. Because if I just have too much land where it's, like, not feasible to work it, you know, it takes hours and hours, then there's not much point, is there? And I don't know if I want to expand my greenhouses much more than what I've got now. It'll almost be a bit silly. Like, I'm getting $100,000 per month or more now. You know, if I increase that, it's just a little bit absurd. So, yeah, probably, if we're not going to do more land, we're not going to expand the greenhousing. Definitely not going to buy a windmill, because I've noticed from been playing this game with my other save file that you invest a lot of money into electricity generation, and the return is not very good compared to those greenhouses. So that'll be something we do maybe later on when we have so much money I just don't even know what to do with it. But for now, I'm not going to get electric generators. So that pretty much just leaves, I could do animals, I could get some sheep and some chickens on the go or something. I would like to try some of the other animals. I've heard cows are a lot of work, they're not really worth it, but I never tried them before, so I don't know. We can start getting some animals on the go, and a production chain. So I think, like I was saying earlier in this series, like I would like to do wheat or something on this field, and open or set up a grain mill. The wheat itself is not worth much, but if you process it into flour with a grain mill, it's worth a lot more. And then I could also open a bakery out on the road there. I can build a bakery, and I can turn my flour into bread, and that makes it worth way more. So getting a production chain like that on the go would be pretty cool. It takes a bit of money. I think the grain mill is 300,000 or something, and the bakery is like 150,000, I think. But I mean, by the time harvest rolls around here, we're going to have that kind of money. So we can look at we'll probably look at a production chain and or the start of having some animals. If I do wheat for my bakery and my grain mill, I can also use the wheat as chicken feed. So I could get a couple of chicken pens on the go and start producing some eggs as well. So yeah, it's all coming together, Millhouse. I think we could make some real great progress in our next episode. But yeah, we'll probably cut it off here. It looks like that guy's just about done fertilizing, and that's gonna be the end of our play session here now. So thanks for watching part 1 of year 3. Yeah, look, he's already completed this task. Amazing. Love that fertilizer spreader. Anyway, until next time, farewell.